Welcome to the Raise podcast with Carol Barwick. We're here to raise your confidence and inspire your creativity. This time, it's more like a season of mini episodes where Carol explores the raise word. The raise word is a word that will encourage you or empower you and at times inspire you to explore the word a little more for yourself. Each episode is just 10 to 15 minutes with the idea you can have a listen while you drink your cuppa. So grab your favourite drink and let's get started. Hello and welcome to another episode of Cuppa with Carol. I really hope you enjoyed the last one. I did, and I'm looking forward to this one even more. When it came to thinking about this new mini-series, I knew that I needed to ask friends and family what kind of things they'd like me to talk about, and one of the things that naturally came up was creativity. Now, we already have a fantastic episode on our main Raise podcast with the brilliant Josie Gamble, which is all about creativity. So, wanting to think creatively, I looked up some other words around creativity and I found the word imagination. I really think that in order to be a creative, you have an imagination. And so that's what I wanted to explore today. Just the word imagination makes me feel like something starting to become, that's starting to be created. In my mind, when I say the word imagination, colours jump and people emerge and worlds start to come alive. You can hear in my voice how much I love the word imagination. My husband and I always have a little joke because his dreams are very normal. I remember when we were first married telling him a long dream about something that was going on. It was very filmic. There were lots of characters. It was very exciting. And he told me that he dreamt about going to work. That doesn't mean that my husband hasn't got an imagination. He definitely does. But people use their imaginations in different ways. Dreams are certainly one of the ways that my imagination comes to the fore. Even last night, some of the things that I were dreaming were absolutely off the scale. Now, I know that books that I listen to a lot of Audible, things that I watch when I'm going to sleep, they're definitely going to come into the whole dreamscape. But I think you need to have an imagination that's going to allow those things to happen. And it's my imagination that I think possibly has even kept me safer than creativity. As a child, when I was being bullied at school, one of the things that I used to do was go and shut myself in the toilet with an exercise book and a pen. And I'd write about the things that were going on and ways to deal with it. I allowed my imagination to create a place where I wasn't, but I wanted to be. I allowed my imagination to think about what could be instead of what was happening. It enabled me both to escape and also to problem solve. I found that kind of escapism where I thought about different things and different people, where instead of it happening to me, there were other characters. It enabled me to disassociate a little bit. At 9-10 years old, I didn't know that's what I was doing. But I really thank God for my imagination. My imagination also enabled me to write a lot of the songs that I do. Now, this is an interesting one because I wonder, do you need an imagination when it comes to things like songwriting and poetry? I guess it depends on what you're writing about. I think one of the things that I love about my creativity is that it enables me to share my lived experience in a way that feels more palatable for people. I talk about things in a more sing-song kind of way, a more nursery rhyme type meter and rhythm, so that what I'm going through doesn't feel quite as difficult as it actually is. And I don't think that is my imagination. I think that comes from a place of wanting to share what is happening. But of course, imagination plays such a brilliant, amazing part in films and songwriting and poetry for other people. I am constantly amazed when I watch DreamWorks and Disney films at the level of imagination that there is. And I've experienced that when I did creative writing at university. One of the things that I tried to do was create a film about the Frog Prince. And yes, I know it's been done now. But I had talking meatballs, and at the time I was quite excited by this. If you ever speak to my long-suffering housemate, James Bramwell, at the time, he will tell you the amount of ridiculous questions that I used to ask him in the middle of the night. Things like, what would you call a stag beetle? I loved using my imagination at university to do creative writing. I wonder what kind of imagination you have. Do you use it as I did to escape situations? Or do you just enjoy dreaming? Are you someone that looks out of the window and thinks about what could be? Are you someone that wants to live in a land of candy floss and unicorns? Does that make you happy? Or are you somebody that really needs that lived experience that is very, very firmly rooted in reality? You still have imagination. We all have imagination. How are you going to use your imagination today? I'm going to finish with a poem that I wrote about 3 years ago. And it's called Refill Your Rainbow. Red and green and pink and yellow, how many ways can you find to fill your rainbow? Toss in some sparkle, add imagination. How many ways can you replicate creation? What kind of colours can reinstate a dream? Who can decide what the different colours mean? Red and yellow and pink and green. Starting a journey back to where I've been. Enjoy dreaming today. Thanks for having a cuppa with me. Let's have a cuppa again soon. Bye-bye. If you've enjoyed having a cuppa with me, then you can buy me a coffee. Go to buymeacoffee.com/Carol Barwick. Let's have a cuppa again soon.